Hi everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your bonus read for Sunday the 4th of November. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. I won't go on today because I've been a bit blurby in my last video and I ran really late. So I don't, even if I had the opportunity to make the videos longer, I really like that I can fit so much into such a short period of time. So I usually shuffle the cards really well in between just to make sure I've got, as you know, I'm a bit sort of conscious that sometimes the same cards come up, but then I think that's what Spirit wanted. A few people asked me about the way I read, and I think, you know, I don't really have to rely on the cards to get the messages. So it's not important to whether the cards come out a particular way. Other readers like to put them out and read them in one go. For me, I've always learned to do them differently because I like to experience the energies as I'm going. So my card readings unfold a very different way, but I'm sure because many of you get in the messages, you understand that that's just the way I hear the messages coming through. So if other readers do it differently, the other thing too is when you first start reading tarot cards, as I understand, because mine was a little bit of a different transition, I was reading tarot cards when nobody talked about tarot cards. They were evil things. I remember, you know, my mother saying to me, you know, I had no right to look into the future, and, you know, it wasn't my place to read the tarot cards, and I kept it hidden for such a long time. But the thing was, I'd read up a lot on religion too, and it didn't float my boat. So I just learned to do it by myself and read a lot of things. And of course, there was no internet in those days. We only had what we had in libraries and books and things, because I'm that old that I read books. But nowadays we have this access to all this beautiful technology, and we can find out what we want. So I hear other tarot readers reading cards very differently, and I think, well, that's their way of getting the messages. That's their spirit guides, their angels, whatever they have around them, however they believe in their spirituality, that is how they get the messages. So none of us are wrong, all of us are different. It's rare you'll find two tarot readers the same, and you can look through thousands. So we all receive the messages differently, we interpret the messages, but what you will find if you listen to many is you'll find the themes. And I can tell you now, they'll be there. Okay, beautiful. Let's find out what's going on for Sunday the 4th. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups coming up. Now the Queen of Cups is it can be a water sign. She's very nurturing. So let's go with the energies first. She is often psychic. She is very, very intuitive, but she's in tune with people. She's not in tune with her own intuition. She's in tune with other people. So that makes her very, very genuine, very soft and very personable. She is a woman who often represents the mother. But she can be a woman in your life that you're very close to, or that you are perhaps seeing, meeting, but she can represent the Scorpios, Cancers and Pisces as well. And of course she can be male or female, because sometimes we're 50-50. As people, we're 50 masculine, 50 feminine. We either feel more comfortable in our masculine sometimes or more comfortable in our feminine, but at the end of the day we take on the energies of both. Okay, so the first card we have out is the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups can talk about celebration, getting together with people, having a good time. Sometimes it can talk about third-party relationships, but I don't put that on it to start with, because the traditional meaning talks about partying. It can talk about celebration, marriage, christenings, whatever you're celebrating, but it's celebrating with friends and family. And the next card we have out is the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands talks about messages coming in. It can talk about you delivering a message as well, and it can talk about children, and it can represent the fire signs. But this is a message of passion. It's a message that's close to your heart. And it's coming from someone generally that has a desire to hand this message over or tell you something. I hope Maybe for some of you out there, someone is telling you about a third-party relationship. Oh, there's my coffee, people. I fear that some people out there may be getting some messages today about a third-party relationship. Let's just leave that one for a second. Okay, so there's an Ace of Coins after that. Now, the Ace of Coins is a card that represents a new start, but it's a stable start, something more tangible. The angel on here is really looking at the Pentacles, so she's really appreciating the offer of this new start, or this opportunity to start something new. Speak to me, Ace of Coins. Okay, and then we have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands talks about stability. Okay, some of you may be moving away from something that was third party. It could have been that some of you are moving away from a water sign and a third party relationship. It could be that some of you are moving forward because you're celebrating meeting someone who's a water sign who's just offered you some sort of stability here. So you may be getting messages in either from someone who is telling you about something that's going on that you didn't know about. So I have to fess up for those people. Or it can be somebody, for some of you, that's coming in to give you a message, and you're going to be celebrating some sort of stability here, moving forward in this Ace of Coins energy. Now, the reason I think it's that one more so for a lot of you is because the Page of Wands is actually looking at the Ace of Coins. So I feel like he's moving forward after some sort of celebration. It could be that you've met someone through a celebration too, and now you're getting a message from them to have something a little bit more permanent. Now, if this is not love, this could be that you've met someone at a celebration who's now contacting you. It may be a Queen of Cups or a water sign, contacting you to tell you that they have a job offer or an offer of something more stable. Could be a house. But it's definitely moving you into this Four of Wands energy, and I like that because the Ace of Coins is taking you into this stability that you wanted. I feel like it's a Page of Wands offering you this. And then we have a Page of Coins. So some of you may be dealing with children at the moment. Maybe some of you have been offered a house because you've got custody of your children. There's definitely a celebration about this. So maybe you're taking on this Queen of Cups energy because you've actually got possession of your children and a home. But there's definitely a feeling of stability being offered here, especially with the Ace of Coins, Page of Coins, and the Four of Wands. Very, very stable. So it's like you're moving into a much more stable existence. And then we have the King of Coins here. So a lot of pentacles in this reading. So I feel like for some of you it's about work. Some of you being offered a job, possibly by someone who's quite earthy. It looks like you've had a lead on something because you're celebrating big time here. You're celebrating something that is giving you some stability. Okay, for some of you it's a book offer. For some of you, you're getting some sort of call to say someone's going to buy your book and it's going to be published. I don't know how you get paid for a book, but it feels to me like you're either being paid up front or you're being contracted for something, but I'm sure you can let me know. Now, if it's not a book, it may be something else that you're publishing, or you've been waiting for some sort of contract or some sort of offer to come in here, and it's about to come to you. That's really, really nice. And then we have the Tower. Now, this is interesting because, as you know, this came out in the bonus read as well, in the What's Cracking read. This here could turn your life upside down, but I don't think, again, that it's a bad thing. It's coming in on all the stability here. So maybe the Tower's bringing something in to break down your old constructs and bring you some new stuff in. Because maybe you okay. How much time have we got? I feel like many of you here didn't think you were going to be successful. I have a feeling that you've been trying to manifest something, but you've been in a real negative sort of place and you haven't been able to do it. But I think for some of you, this Tower moment is actually breaking down how you think about yourself and how you feel about yourself. And to be honest with you, I can relate now. And I feel like somehow or another you're standing there going, I can't believe I've been offered this, and I can now move forward on this new job, this contract, this new house. I got my children back. I didn't think I would. It's that sort of energy. So this Tower is coming in to say you need to stop thinking about yourself and thinking you can't achieve these things, because actually if you were more positive they would come to you more easily. So it's coming in to take down those old negative thoughts about yourself and bring in much more positive things, because it's bringing in a lot of positivity here. Now the Four of Coins is here, and I really feel like here it's like this energy is I don't need to hang on to things any longer. I can let them go. So maybe this was the hanging on of, things that thinking bad things were going to happen, thinking negatively, thinking you never be rich, find a love, whatever. Because the Four of Coins tells us we need to let go here. We need to let go of what we had before, because this is coming in here. It's looking up at the Page of Cups and the Three of Cups. Sorry, the Page of Coins and the Three of Cups. So I know he's thinking now, why did I hang on to these thoughts for so long when in fact I had this opportunity to have life-changing moments here? And then we have the Chariot. Very beautiful, people. So the Chariot now moves us forward very, very quickly. So it's almost like you get this Tower. You understand this Tower. You understand the changes that need to happen here. And it moves you forward with greater clarity. You're really taking on this energy here of this King of Coins, this really grounded, focused, forward energy. For some of you, this King of Coins or the King of Pentacles could have had a really big impact on this situation too. So he could be the person that's changing things here, whether he be the person offering you a contract, a job, a relationship. There's not a lot of cups in this reading. So I've got to say to you again, as I do when there's not a lot of cups here, this is not really so much about love as it is in direction and practicalities. But you're definitely being offered something that you never thought you could get. I want to go da-da, because I always think of that with the angels, that moment in time where you go, the Tower, da-da. Because I'm thinking this Tower is coming in to say to you, see, you could do it. Why did you ever doubt yourself? Why were you hanging on to negative energy all this time? Let it go. Trust that the universe will bring it in, folks. If you don't trust, then you're always doing the negative things. So try not to do that. I know people will get gripey and moany about that. I've heard it all before. I'm really positive, and I get people saying to me all the time, oh, you're so positive. Well, there you go. Maybe I have good reason to be. I'm alive. Okay, so we not only have the Chariot here, but we also have the Eight of Wands at the end of your reading. So I'm really dying to turn over another card for you here. So I have time, but it just means no oracle card again today. So what's happening here is it's just moving really quickly. So some of you will get this news very, very quickly. For other you, it may take a little while to unfold, but I have both the Chariot and the Eight of Wands here. Something is happening very, very rapidly here. There's messages coming in as well. There's a lot of communication in this, a lot of communication. All right, we're going for another card, folks. Six of Swords, King of Cups, and Nine of Swords. Okay, that's really interesting. Okay, so for some of you, this is about moving into a very different place to where you've been before. You're really worried about it. I fear that for some of you here, you doubt still, even though you're being led down this road. It's like you still have doubts that you deserve this, that it's yours, and don't, because this is the way the universe wants you to go. It's very clear in this reading. What I can tell you is there's a King of Cups involved here as well. So the King of Pentacles could very well be your energy, but this is a person here. This is a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and probably a man who's offering you this. But it's going to take you into a really different place. This is why the Tower's here. So it may be for some of you, you need to move house. Maybe for others of you, it might mean moving town. That this, whatever this is offering here, is going to be a big change for you. So please just accept that it is for you. You will love it. It is your destiny. Do not worry. You are meant to have this. Thanks, everyone. Have an awesome week.